These chairs don't have a lot of bum coverage, eh?
I know.
Don't get any makeup? Come on.
Can I say false for that one? Or
Just no.
no? Okay. Okay.
True.
That is true.
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 This is true.
True.
True. Hepatitis C is a very curable infection. We used to use difficult to take treatment that wasn't very effective, our old interferon-based therapy, but now we use very simple to take treatment called direct-acting antivirals that directly kills the virus.
The DAAs, or direct-acting antivirals, are highly effective and cure more than 95% of the population.
True. True.
True.
True.
This is true.
That is true.
True.
True. The treatment is a lot easier. Does not go for 12 months. Mostly treatment now is anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks.
Treatment itself is highly effective, and sometimes people don't suffer any side effects at all.
Most people who take Hep C meds tell me that they feel exactly the same while they're taking them. 1 out of 10 people tend to find that they feel a little bit of fatigue or upset stomach, but in general, most people don't have any side effects when they're taking Hep C meds.
No.
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 No. No.
No.
No.
No, you do not need to quit alcohol or drugs before starting hepatitis C treatment.
Hepatitis C treatment is now available to people who are still using drugs. It is safe and effective either way.
And people that use drugs or alcohol also have high cure rates of greater than 95%.
$0.
$0.
$0.
Out-of-pocket costs are zero.
The answer is $0.
Zero.
$0. There are no costs associated with the Hep C medications. All of the publicly funded drug plans that we have available in Canada will pay for Hep C medications.
If you do have a deductible, the pharmaceutical companies have programs to help with that. There will be no cost to your hepatitis C treatment. True.
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 That is true.
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 This is one of those sneaky viruses that you think you beat it, and it can come around again and impact your liver.
Unfortunately, having had hepatitis C, whether you clear it on your own or you clear it with treatment, doesn't protect you from getting it again. This is unlike a lot of other infections where people develop immunity and cannot get the infection again. With hepatitis C, if people are exposed through exposure to blood or other contact, they can become infected again, and therefore, after completing treatment, we advise people to be careful to reduce their risk of getting infected again.
The key is to making this an opportunity for a conversation about how to prevent it becoming a part of your life again.
True.
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 True. If you become reinfected with hepatitis C a second time, you can be retreated.
Treatment protocols are the same for reinfection as they are for a new infection.
And people that are retreated for hepatitis C have high cure rates of greater than 95%.
Stigma.
Stigma and discrimination.
That would be stigma against people that use drugs.
Stigma against people who use drugs.
Stigma.
Stigma against people who use drugs.
Stigma against people who use drugs.
Unfortunately, there's a stigma to all people who use drugs. And if you happen to catch hepatitis C as a result of using drugs, that stigma carries along with it.
People who use drugs are being looked upon as nobody.
Not only society stigma, healthcare stigma, but self-stigma. A lot of people have shame about how they feel about hepatitis C, and then there are assumptions that they think that everyone around them is viewing them with that same lens and that same perspective, which makes it really tough for them to engage with healthcare or with other supports that might be around them, that might be there for them, but that self-stigma might be the biggest barrier.
Good. Great. Yeah, perfect.
I answered that one right.